Yeah, I fully support this motion by Sinn Féin. Childcare is essential for our society, aiding children's child development and enabling parents to work. However, Ireland faces a childcare crisis with high costs, limited availability and inadequate support for professionals. This crisis demands urgent reform. Affordable, accessible and reliable childcare is crucial for families and the economy. It allows parents to work, boosts economic growth and ensures children receive the care they need despite its importance. Childcare in Ireland lacks sufficient investment. Childcare costs in Ireland are extremely high, comparable to a second mortgage for many parents. Thousands of children are on a waiting list, highlighting a system in crisis. Countries like Sweden and Denmark cap childcare costs, making it affordable. Ireland should adopt similar measures to ease the financial burden on families and increase workforce participation, especially for women. The government must act immediately. I support increasing the National Childcare Scheme subsidy to provide €10 a day childcare per child, reducing financial strain and improving accessibility. Early years educators should receive an initial pay increase of €150 with annual raises to help retain professionals and ensure high quality care for children. Additionally, the government should increase childcare capacity by speeding up the process for childminders to offer subsidies and using vacant buildings for childcare, as seen in the UK. Extending parents' leave and benefit schemes to allow parents to stay with their babies during the first year is also crucial for well-being. Investing in quality childcare benefits children's families and society. It supports child development, alleviates financial stress and fosters economic growth and social stability. Having recently met some of the West Cork representatives from the Early Years Union, they believe if early years is to be really valued and recognised, the government and employers must ensure that the wages in the early years sectors are increased above the living wage. The living wage rate is evidence-based below the living wage suggests employees are forced to do without certain essentials so they can meet. But to be honest with you, Minister, let's be honest, it's shocking the way employees in whether it's in the private and the public sector are being treated in early childcare. So I spoke to one of the ladies and she told me that she has to sign on, right? So these people are, in my view, the very same as the teachers, only that they're teaching children in early years teaching. A teacher at a later stage comes in. When that teacher finishes their work in June, they don't have to sign on for social welfare. That's an astonishing situation that these people are left with. So this lady told me, one of the group that was there, that herself and her husband went for a mortgage. They couldn't get a mortgage in the house because of her signing on the welfare, because she works in early childcare in a situation where she has to sign on, unfortunately, which she doesn't want to, but she has to during the summer months. And it left him in a situation, lucky enough the husband was able to get a mortgage, but he's now named on that mortgage and she's unable to do so because she works in early childcare and she has to sign on. And Minister, if we're going to take the world serious out there, we've got to look at that model, that these people that are working are treated the same as a teacher and treated with the respect that they deserve, because they're teaching our children at the very early stages of their life, which will be beneficial as we go along. So we have to, I personally don't think that, to be honest with you, you're listening. I'm not saying maybe tonight, but not listening in general, Minister, through a crisis that have brought people, early childcare people, to the Dáil protesting, and sometimes they don't want to protest. They want to go back to their local communities and work with the people that they have, but you're not listening and you don't want to listen. And you're quite, you know, I personally don't think you're even listening to us tonight. It's just a box-ticking exercise in my view, and I'm not pleased one bit. Look at your attitude with it. Thanks.